Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to RadioSilentPlay.com. I am your moderator for today on September 14th, 2014. I just want to thank everybody for showing up today. I know I changed the time frame. And let me just reiterate, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own due diligence before trading any stock or options. Trading stocks and options require lots of risk. Okay, again, I want to thank everybody for the late notice on the change of the meeting. Okay, I will be brief. We will discuss, as always, a couple of the small caps, um, also the OTC weekly watch list, and options. I think options right now we're on the cusp of a big transition. So traders, I know there's not many traders on board. I know I had a couple of inquiries on trading options. I know Mike Jones had sent me an information. I will be doing a one-on-one seminar for those that want to try to get into options and kind of discuss. And this is actually a good timing to get into the options because I think September is considered pretty much a down month, and we will see some volatility. And we've had some nice plays in the last couple of weeks. So I just want traders to be open-minded whenever trading um, any type of investment. Always look for some type of diversification and also training. I mean, that's why we're here to offer people a little bit more opportunity in any market condition. Okay, so I will start off with the options real quick. Okay, I did post on a new daily market report. Okay, you guys can actually read some of the information that I posted on what the SPY, I'm expecting the SPY to do. Okay, from that entry that we've gave last week, okay, we told you that there was going to be a big cluster resistance here at the 201 range. It gave an opportunity to add the SDS. Okay, and as you can see here, okay, we met pretty decent resistance and we closed below this 20-day moving average. Okay, so now what we're looking for is a second consecutive day close below this number right here at 199.63. If the market closes below 199.60 on 2 consecutive days, any move, okay, or push higher will be a shorting opportunity. Okay, shorting opportunity meaning you can grab the SPY puts or you can grab the SDS long. Okay, whether you want to scalp by weeklies or go out a month to 3 months, it's entirely up to you. Okay, so I want traders to understand right now the US dollar is extremely strong. Okay, we're trading a lot higher, and that's creating a downward pressure on not only commodities but also the markets. Okay, also we posted on Sprint. Sprint is still in buy range. Okay, when we gave out Sprint, it was down here at the $5 range. And if you notice now, Sprint hit a high of $7.15, which hit our target. But long term, I'm bullish on the Sprint trade. Okay, why is that? I don't know if you guys are aware. iPhone is launching their iPhone, I believe it's iPhone 6, and Sprint will be carrying that service. So as you can see, you had a gap fill here. Now what we're looking for, any retrace down to $6 to $6.25 could be a re-entry for this stock. I would not be surprised for this stock to at some point, okay, test these highs at $9. Okay, so this is hedging or going long on Sprint. Okay, we mentioned that we loved that $5 range entry, and it paid off, especially those that went long on the small caps or on the options. You're doing fairly well. Those contracts went up to as high as 200%, so it was a pretty nice move. Okay, so I'm going to move forward. I'm going to go on to the option triggers. I apologize. We will be doing some updates on the website. I know we've been having some internal errors, and we're working on fixing that. So I do apologize. Okay, so what we're looking here is the QQQ. Okay, and that's the Nasdaq 100. Okay, this is pretty much the ETF that shows you know, the 100 best tech stocks. Okay, in a bunch. If you notice here, this could be considered, okay, bullish accumulation here. Okay, so I gave two options on trading the Qs. Okay, either you can wait to short the Qs at 100 to 101, okay, and that's this range here, okay, and our target would be 99, our target 2 would be 97, and our stop close would be above this line here at 101, okay. And why do I say this? Because right now what we're doing is we're trading in this channel here, okay. So this channel is holding, okay, but what I'm noticing now is that it's treading along this 20-day moving average. If we see a close below this 99.30 level, which is the 20-day moving average, 2 consecutive times, then we're going to see downward pressure, and we could test this 94 range. But again, we want to stay tight, okay, because we don't know if they're going to push the markets higher. Okay, so our target 1 would be 98, our target 2 would be $97.20. Okay, and that's just above this 50-day moving average. Okay, our stop closes will be tight. Okay, if the stop closes below 100 or above 100, that means that we'll stop out on 2 consecutive closes. Okay, so there's 2 options here. You can look for getting in the Qs from 100 to 101. Our target would be 99. The target 2 would be 97. Or you can wait for the market to close, or the Qs to close below this 99.30 level. Then our target would be 98, and then our target 2 would be 97.20. Okay, so that's the setup for the Qs. Okay, as of now, there's strength in Apple, so keep an eye on Apple, because if Apple pulls back or it gets stronger, the Qs will go up. Okay, so just keep an eye on Apple, because Apple pretty much is the barometer for the Qs. Okay, now take a look at Citibank, okay, or Citigroup. What I'm looking here is a bear flag. Okay, this is a bear flag setting up here. Okay, you have a bit of a topping tail on Friday. It saw a high of 52.96, and it closed at 52.38. Now what I'm looking for is any move, okay, to test this range, 52.30 to 53, could be a shorting opportunity. Okay, if the stock closes below this 51.35, I would not be surprised for this to test 49.78. So my setup here, okay, would be 52.30 to 53. Now, if you want to bite around this range, it's okay, as long as you use your stops according. Okay, so my target 1 would be 51.40, which is this 20-day moving average, and then my target 2 would be 50, okay, which would be around this range right here. And ultimately, I would think that this 50-day moving average over here would be tested. Okay. Okay, with a stronger dollar, I want traders to understand, what does a stronger dollar mean for investors? Now, a stronger dollar for us, people that we do not invest, or people that can save, okay, a stronger dollar, yes, like Mike Jones says, it's inverse, but I want traders to understand what a stronger dollar means to the markets. Okay, when a stronger dollar happens, okay, usually what they do is they're gonna start saying that they're gonna stop with bond buying, and they're gonna stop with QE, with quantitative easing. All right, when they mention that, okay, that scares investors, because they start thinking that they're gonna raise interest rates. Ultimately, I think they will not raise interest rates anytime soon, but just the mere fact of the talks will put pressure, downward pressure on the markets. Okay, if interest rates get rise, that's not good for the banks. Okay, I want you guys to understand that. If interest rates rise, or our talks during the FOMC, or any issues regarding interest rates rising, it's not good for banks, because what happens? They don't lend, okay, and then what happens is a lot of people start saving, and people don't borrow. Okay, so I want traders to understand that concept when it comes to interest rates. Okay, so what we're looking here is this pair flag setup. Okay, if I touch this pivot high to this pivot low, okay, it's creating what you call a reverse, okay, flag. Okay, see how this flag is downward? That's what you call a bear flag. Okay, any questions on the bear flag? Okay, now let me explain to you how I would approach this trade. Okay, if I was buying the Citibank, okay, since we're saying that this is a top, what I would do is grab puts. Okay, I would grab puts with my strike, okay, at 52 in the money or 51 near the money. Okay. Now I want to explain what that means. We're not going to go too far away, okay, on our strikes, okay, because the farther away, okay, it's going to be cheaper, but it's going to be a lot harder for us to meet that requirement by expiration date. Okay, so I want traders to understand that concept. Now, if I were to buy this, okay, I would go anywhere from 1 month to 3 months out. Okay, I know a lot of traders like the cheap weeklies, but the weeklies decay very, very fast. Okay, ultimately, I feel that September is a down month for the markets. Okay, but at the same time, we must abide by our setups. Okay, so I want traders to understand that. Okay, now what's the difference between a put and a call? Okay, put means down. Okay, the way I remember put, or when I started trading options, or how I learned it, was put it down. Okay, call means up, pick it up, call, like a phone call. Okay, call means that it's going up. So I just want traders to understand that concept. Okay, when you guys actually purchase options. Okay. Now the GLD, okay, I'm looking at this buy zone here from 116 to 119. Okay, we did see a low of 119 level, but I still feel that this can test this bottom here, this 52-week low bottom. Okay, so if the GLD hits this level, okay, if this the GLD, I like it long. Okay, and I'm not only saying for the paper derivative markets, but I'm also saying for bullion. Okay, those that can afford a gold, okay, around this range, okay, it would be a good time to accumulate, especially if you've never bought in gold ever, because this is what you call a real tangible asset. Okay, now I want to explain something. Gold and silver, okay, is not much of an investment, but it's a hedge or an insurance on a faulty dollar. Okay, so let me just show you guys something. Just want to show you. Okay, the way that I look at the dollar is that I look at the UUP. All right, I'm sorry about that. The UUP is pretty much what the dollar is doing. Okay, right now the dollar, as you can see, it was trading here at 52-week lows and consolidating for quite some time. Now recently has broken out. Okay, so what you're seeing here is a little bit of a bullish consolidation here. Okay, so if you look overall, okay, and I'm gonna go to the monthly. Okay, the dollar is on a downward trend. Okay, but at the same time, it just now broke above this 50-day moving average now. Okay, so you could start seeing it ascend. If it ascends, it's going to put downward pressure on the markets. Okay, and I want traders to understand that relationship. Okay, but with that said, it's still in a downtrend. Okay, so if I come here, okay, and I connect these pivot lows right here, you still have resistance right here at the 23 range. Okay, when it hits this level, okay, you'll see that silver, gold, corn, gas, uh, that'll form a bottom. Okay, so watch this 23 level on the UUP. When it hits that, it's a good, if it hits it, it's a good opportunity to start uh, accumulating these precious metals. Okay, and again, I'm letting traders understand that it's a hedge, it's an insurance going longer term. Okay, I started accumulating silver back when it was $13, okay, and $16, and now it's right back where it started. And if you guys don't remember, in 2011 it hit a high of $48. Okay, okay, so this is the SLV. This actually triggered, okay, last week. It gave an entry at $17.80. Okay, our target one is going to be 18. Target two is 19. Potential move up to 21. Okay, that's the key pivot right here, is that close above 21. If we close above 21 on two consecutive closes, I could see this gap fill at some point. Okay, I put 2 to 3 months out, okay, for these silver. Okay, if you guys want to go out January, February, you can also do that. Okay, I'm not too much of a fan of the paper derivatives market, but at the same time, I do understand that, there's a potential of big banks shorting metals and for it to go lower. But at the same time, I just don't think that they can suppress metals for that long. Okay. So any questions on anything that we've covered on the options or on silver or gold? Okay, paper derivatives. That means the equivalent of derivatives are pretty much paper assets. Okay, derivatives are options. Derivatives are these are called electronically traded funds. Okay, so this is pretty much a paper meaning or reference to actual silver, but it's really not. They can create more silver iShares rather than actually mine, okay, silver. So now the big difference is, okay, when you go mine silver, okay, you actually have to mine it from the ground, okay, and silver is finite as well as gold. That's why you can't reproduce it, okay. So the derivatives markets, okay, there's a lot of manipulation involved, okay. That's why you're looking at new things like Bitcoin that are doing really good because that works on algorithms, okay. So that's the difference between derivatives markets, okay. So you're actually buying paper assets. Okay, so there's that kind of okay, so Mike Jones understands it a little bit. Now, with that said, okay, going long, okay, take a look at the GDX. This is all the best mining companies, okay, on in the mining sector. Okay, so this is equivalent to an electronically traded fund, but for the best mining companies in gold. Right now, if you notice, okay, we're approaching this support at $23.60. If it doesn't hold here at $23.50, watch this to go down to about 23. This cluster of support. Okay, ultimately, if this thing gets down to 22, okay, as a long investment, as a long hedge, you guys can go long on the GDX. Okay, so I want traders to understand. I mean, I know we trade a lot of penny stocks, but this could be a game changer because you guys are going to be able to buy the GDX at all-time lows. Okay, another company that I like and a couple other companies I posted on long hedge investments. You guys can find that on the website. Also, look at Silver Wheaton. Okay, this is a stock that used to trade up on $40 range, and now you can buy it down here to at the $20 range. So 20 to 21.50 would be a great opportunity to invest in the Silver Wheaton. Okay. Ultimately, if you guys can get an opportunity to enter at $22.50 or $21.50, I would start accumulating a long position here if you guys are going to start buying the calls. Okay. Okay, and why do I say this? Okay, this is okay, not the micro, but the macro economics. Okay, macro means the bigger picture. Okay, what do we know? Okay, right now we're hovering above $17 trillion in debt. Okay, we're estimated to hit 18 trillion within the next 2 years. Okay, so we understand that we're not the economy is not getting fixed. Okay, so if you get an opportunity to start buying commodities like corn, like silver, like gold at best entry levels, what you're doing is you're creating and building assets. Okay, I understand that penny stocks is the biggest trend right now. You guys like doing the penny stocks, but when you make a significant amount of money on pennies or options, okay, start growing and building wealth. Okay, building wealth with the GDX, with the Silver Wheaton, with companies like Yamana Gold. These are opportunities that you don't get all the time. Okay, so I want traders to understand. Okay, I can trade, but I can also invest, and I can also hedge my winnings on 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 good quality stocks. Okay, some of these stocks you hold a little bit longer, you'll start getting dividends like Coca-Cola, like Walmart, and other blue chip stocks like that. Right. So I want traders to understand that it's only about buying these stocks and flipping them, but at the same time building wealth. This is why we're here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to move on. I'm going to go down to the caps. Okay, the small caps I only put left, okay, because I noticed these two green candles here. Okay, the bottom is in. So watch any pullback down to 1350 to 1390. If you want to take a bite at 14, you can do so. Okay, my target will be this range here, the 20-day moving average and the 50-day moving average here. Okay, ultimately I could see this hitting $17 again. Okay, we are still looking at we still are looking for accumulation here at this, okay, with our target range of $9 and $9.80, $12.15 as well. We need to actually play these stocks. Those trade the small caps and are thinking about it. Last week or this month, we had a huge month with the small caps. Our Sprint hit target 2. Our Neo stock hit the potential target of $6.07 from $4.90. WPCS hit our potential target of $1.50. NES hit this target one of $14.40. VCT hit a high of $1.20. Okay, just under that target too. Okay, so there is opportunities. Again, I'm not a gloater. Okay, the reason I post this is for my members to actually turn a profit and do well with their trading. Okay, so small caps is a very important part of the RSP strategy. Okay, and these are stocks that are usually liquid. You don't have to worry about hyping them or networking them. They pretty much trade on their own. Okay. Any questions on the small caps that I just reviewed? I know I went pretty quick on the small caps. Any questions on the small caps? Okay. Okay, we had 2, 3, pretty much 5. Those stocks alone could have done and improved your account fairly well. Okay. The only issue with the small caps, you will need a significant amount of money to actually enter these stocks. If you're entering these stocks with $300, $500 and you're making 10 to 20%, it's really not worth it. Okay, so do traders understand that for small caps, you're taking maybe 5, 10, 15, 20% on a trade? Okay, now with that said, okay, you guys understand that in order to get a nice return off a 20% increase, you have to put in more money. Yes, okay, Mike Jones doesn't understand exactly. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the OTC weekly watch list. Okay, for the options, okay, Mike, for every contract that you buy, it's equivalent to 100 shares. Okay, so if you buy one contract of, let's say, Citibank puts at strike $40, okay, you're buying 5 contracts, you're buying 500 shares. Mike, it just depends what the premium is. Okay, what I usually check, and we can go over this during the market. I'll show you pretty much what I look at when I actually buy the stocks or buy the options. Okay, I look at something called the delta, and it has to be over a certain number, and I can explain that to you during trading hours. I'll show you guys if we get an opportunity to do a quick webinar during trading hours. Correct. Right. The premium changes depending on how close you are to or in the money or out of the money. Now, if you're farther away from the money, okay, they're going to be cheaper. But why is that? Because there's not the potential of that hitting that level is rare. So the value of those options will be lower. Okay, now some people do well going out of the money. Right, less delta is value. Right. So Tango understands that. What I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna go over a couple of things with you guys, and again, those that are interested on doing a one-on-one, okay, and discussing options can set up something. Just be sure to email me or send me a private message. Okay, moving on to the weekly watch list for the penny stocks. Okay, the first stock that we're looking at is EHOS, EHOS. Okay, this was a stock that was given out and it gave an opportunity to enter at 10. What I notice is there's a good amount of support of 9 to 11. Okay, 9 to 10, I'm sorry. And the reason I like this is because this is pretty much a pattern trade. If you notice, the scene of the crime here is about that 14 range. Every time it hits that 14, you see a nice considerable move up to 30. Okay, 30 or 25 range, around that range. Okay, so what I'm looking at is this bottom accumulation level. So my buy zones here would be 0.001 to 0.0013. If you're feeling lucky, you want to put it at 0009, you can do so. The reason I call this a Bentley trade is because it's the law of probability. Okay, if you're buying a stock at 9 to 11, okay, you're only taking on 20% risk because, or 30% risk, because if that stock closes below your 10 mark on 2 consecutive closes, you're getting out with a small loss. Okay, and the upside potential is much greater than the downside. Okay, and right now we're at mental support. It's a low share structure stock, and our pivot break is at 0.002. If we break above that 0.002, okay, our breakout range would be above 25. Okay, if you guys remember AML, it took a considerable amount of time on the AML, also the Red G and the T-Bev, and we all know what those did. Okay, so that's the reason when I call it return to the scene of the crime, or I say a pattern trade, or say a Bentley trade, it's because we're lowering our risk. Okay, our risk assessment, okay, or our risk management is very important for us to be able to trade a stock, okay, for profits. Okay, so traders understand that you guys can place your bids from 9 to 10, and there's less risk. Okay, there's less risk to the reward ratio, and that's what I call the law of probability. Okay, when we trade, okay, we can be cheap, but the reason that we're doing it is because we want to put probability on our side. Okay, we just don't jump into a stock. Okay, we're very tactical. We're very tactical when it comes to entry. Okay, does that mean that you have to literally sit on the bid forever? You can, but at the same time, you guys understand the 30% rule and grabbing an entry and a starter. Okay, so any questions on the EHOS trade? Okay, good. BRNW, Brainy Braun, 15 mark, it hit a high of 48. Okay, now what we're seeing is a higher low. Okay, but at the same time, we could double test or create a double bottom here. So watch the entry at 17 to 23 level, this box pattern consolidation here. Now, if the stock closes below 17 on 2 consecutive closes, okay, then your next support I would do is a 50% retrace from 17, which is a 52-week low. It would be maybe like 12 or 13. Just watch the bid at 12 and 13. Okay, you can reassess the trade. Okay, but ultimately, I think that this could be a buying opportunity here. Okay, so this is a stock that is testing a double bottom. Last time around, the stock rallied from 17 and hit a high of 49. With the recent news on an educational product launch last week and a potential double bottom and a bottom consolidation, watch for re-entry and repeat a close above that 0.003 level on 2 consecutive closes will signal a pivot test of that 49 again. Okay, so any questions on the BRNW or the EHOS trade? Okay. The next stock is STLK. Okay, this is a stock that we've traded before. If you look back in June, okay, the stock gave an opportunity to enter at 10, and it hit a high of close to 0.01. Now you can get the stock at this bottom consolidation level, 0005 to 7. Okay, my pivot break here would be a close above 9 on 2 consecutive closes. Okay, this is a stock that is forming a bottom consolidation pattern and is being accumulated from 0005 to 7 and holding. Watch for that 0009 pivot break, okay, which is his 20-day moving average, okay, and a signal of a bottom reversal. Keep an eye on the level 2. So what I mean is I want you guys to watch the level 2 and see what type of a bid we have or bid pressure we have at 5 and 6. Okay, if we have a significant amount of shares on the bid, okay, and the ask is thinner than what the bid, you understand that the probability of that stock going higher is greater than it going lower. Okay, my stop close would be a close below 6 on 2 consecutive times. And why is that? Because this stock has not closed below 6. Okay, you see this candle, candle, candle. Okay, it's never closed at 6, below 6. I'm sorry. Okay, MDIN. Okay, this is a stock that I actually like at these levels. I know that the company has sold a fair amount of shares, but at the same time, the last time we called this was at 0005. If you go on a weekly chart, you connect this pivot low to this pivot low. Okay, you're hitting this support here. Okay. Ultimately, I think the MDIN has a potential, and why is that? Because the stock is a marijuana stock. When we put out EXMT, it had similar very much similarities to what the MDIN is doing now. Okay, MDIN came out with a product called Snorens. Okay, also another cyanabar, and also intended the cannabis cup. Um, I'm hearing that the Wolf of Weed Street guy is behind doing some research on this. A couple of other traders are talking about this stock. Ultimately, I could see this stock doing an INCC, okay, or a TTDZ type trade on this. Okay, so if you guys remember LATF, Laterno Foods, was bottomed for quite some time. It gave an opportunity to enter at 3 or 0003 or 4, and then it hit a high of 70.007. EXMT gave a low of 4 or 5, and then it ended up hitting above a penny. Okay, and now you guys see INCC, a stock that was trading in the triple zeros, now trading well above a penny, hit a higher, I believe, 2 cents or 3 cents. Okay, so these are the type of stocks that you can buy, set, and forget them. All right. So we understand that this is a marijuana stock. Okay. There's an actor, and they posted on Twitter. His name is, I believe, David Arquette, and he's has some affiliation with the company as well. They repackaged the product, and it's out in Walgreens and Walmart. And these are significant companies that hold a decent amount of product. Okay, so if you're putting this product on the shelves of Walgreens and Walmart, you should get some type of a return. So I want traders to keep an eye on MDIN. Okay, this is the type of stock that I would not mind going long, holding it in my account for a significant amount of time. I would not be surprised for this 0.0043 to be retested again. Okay. Any questions on the MDIN trade? Okay, okay, this is at 0.0012. I have been looking at this stock for quite some time. Okay, this was a stock that I just feel is a low floater. I don't see any type of dilution, and if you see here, it's in a wedge pattern for the last couple of weeks since April. Okay, the stock closed above this range here at 12. Okay, so it broke that wedge pattern. Okay, watch for this stock to start making an ascension. Not much um, resistance here till about 20. So that gives you guys enough room to trade this for a nice profit. Okay, my pivot above 0.002, and my breakout here would be a breakout above 28. Okay, this is another a marijuana stock. Okay, it's got a bullish wedge pattern. Okay, and it has a company owns several marijuana domains, and with recent marijuana stocks rallying, we could see another potential low SS runner in WSHE. Okay, so I do like the upside here from this range. Okay, if you see here the Bollinger Bands, if any buy pressure, okay, I would not be surprised for this to test between 20 to 28. Okay, that's a good amount of profit opportunity on the WSHE. Okay, and that is your weekly watch list for this week. Okay, I recommend that you guys do not post on these stocks. Just keep an eye on them. Okay, Mod, with the app launch, will you still be using SMS and premium Twitter? Yes, I will. Okay, and the reason for the app is for you guys to get that picture of what that stock is and why we're trading it. Okay, when you send out the SMS, okay, you click on the chart. You really, you have to do more things. I think with the app, it's going to be a little bit more quicker. Okay, I think it's going to be a little bit more effective. It's going to be a little bit more easier. You'll get that ringing sound, and you'll be able to understand that something has triggered. Okay, for the RSP Premium Twitter. Okay, now sometimes I'll just post on stocks that trigger or stocks that I think that have potential. Okay, last week, I don't know if you guys remember, I posted on PEII. I noticed that there was a good buying happening, and I looked at the chart, and it gave an opportunity to enter the stock. I also posted on PBHG. Okay, it gave an entry at 7 and hit a high of 12. Okay, these are stocks that I feel give an opportunity for a trader to enter a trade. Okay, and they can make a profitable trade. So there's a little bit of difference between the RSP Premium Twitter. Okay, that's a little bit more delayed. That's more of a stock that I think has potential. It's not grade A, B, C. I think the grade A will be the SMS and the app. Okay. Now, as far as the premium Twitter, they're great trades. They're good trades, but I'll consider them a grade B. Okay. So I want you guys to understand a little bit of the difference. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll SMS first, or I'll send out the app, okay, the app alert first, and then I'll slowly transition into the RSP Premium Twitter, and then it'll go through the regular Twitter, to build a network and get that chart going. Okay. Okay. Now, for those that don't have the Android app, okay, I still will post, okay, that link on the GroupMe chat. So as soon as I send this out, okay, I will post it on the GroupMe chat. The only thing I ask for my traders to do is don't talk about it. If I post it on that GroupMe chat, I'm just posting the link that's giving you guys a signal that I'm going to click on that link. I'm going to look at what the stock is, but I'm not going to post on it because I want people not to chase it, not to create a sugar rush, to be tactical about their entries. Okay, and that's the reason why I say, do not post yet. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to go over a couple of other stocks. Okay, WLOC is still in play. Okay, we saw this stock break above this 13 and broke above this 14 pivot, which I talked about. It hit a high of 18, and now the stock is going to start consolidating above this level. Okay, this gap fill should get filled. Okay, from 0.0025 to 35. Okay, so you have plenty of room. If the stock closes above this 35, I would not be surprised for that 0.0069. Okay, 52-week high retest. Now, okay, I know last week it was mentioned in the chat room that there was a possible reverse split through filings, older filings. I just want traders to understand when we trade these stocks, okay, we're trading them. Okay, I'm not a big Investors Hub guy. I don't really check what's going on. I know that there's certain individuals that'll post or that will start bashing a stock. Okay, that's entirely up to them. But what I want traders to understand that whether there's filings or whether there's any bad news, it can happen to any trades. Now, if you want to post or bring out that information, I applaud it, and I I want that, okay, because we're a team, and I want this information to be put out. But I'd rather have it that that person puts it out. I don't want any mentions of different entities, okay, to be mentioned because I really don't trust those people. Okay, you guys are good sound traders, and I encourage you guys to post. But at the same time, this is the setup that we're looking at, and the reason that I'm looking at it is because, okay, it's setting up the way that we're looking at it. Okay, I'm looking at this box pattern being broken, and then now the stock is trading at the highs, and I can see this gap fill post. Now it's up to the trader to decipher the trade. If they do see something that they don't like, they're not obliged to buy it. Okay, just be aware that a company can reverse split at any time. I've had stocks that will just reverse split just because they just reverse split, and or they issue more authorized shares and what have you. Okay, so I want traders to understand that that's the risk that we trade. Okay, but do I think this is a bullish chart? Okay, if you look at the RSI here, okay, we're right here in an uptrend. Okay, you see the MACD flipping, and now the chalking money flow is going positive. So you have two consecutive closes above 14. The next test will be that 25 to 35 gap fill and a 69 retest. I would recommend for traders to start posting this. Okay, start posting on iHub. Get a couple of more views on this stock. Okay, post it on your Facebook, post it on your Twitter, but at the same time, use your discretion as well. Okay. Okay, the VIC. Okay, the VIC. If you remember, we sent this out from 10 to 12. It hit a high of 4 cents. This was just a great monstrous trade. I know a trader had mentioned that they raised authorized shares, and now look at this. Okay, they were supposed to raise authorized shares, and the stock went up and hit a high of 0.04. Just an amazing move. Now watch this 0.016 for that reentry. Okay, 0.016 to 0.012. Okay, it could be that 61.8% retrace, and you could retest that 0.02 level again and that 0.04. Okay, so just watch this consolidation here. Watch for a bull flag setup. Okay, if you look here, okay, you have a little bit of a bull flag setup here. Okay, so you got a little bit of a bull flag setup here. Okay, so this stock does remain bullish. Okay, this entry right here, if you can get in at the 100-day moving average or at the 20-day moving average, 0.0106 could be a good entry on the VIIC. Okay. Okay, the NSEH. Okay, this is a stock that I gave out back when it was at 3. It hit a high of 7. It's still in that uptrend channel. Okay, watch that 3 to 4 entry. Okay, still in a nice uptrend channel. It, depending on how many shares, okay, are on the bid, this could be a buy, set, and forget stock as well. Okay, if the stock breaks above 7 on 2 consecutive closes, I could see this stock testing this 16 range. Okay, so watch the NSEH. This is an energy stock that with buy pressure could see, potential move higher. Okay, you still have this nice uptrend consolidation here. Okay, so that's for the NSEH. Okay, this is considered a lotto since it's trading below 0005. Okay, VOIS is another stock, VOIS. This was a stock that was given out at 18 when we found out that they paid off their debts. Okay, the stock ended up testing this 13 range and then hit a high of 34. Okay, still a nice bullish pattern. Okay, watch any retrace down to this 1716 mark. Okay, 17 to 21 could be a nice re-entry buy zone for this stock. Okay, watch for this potential 0.006 retest. Okay, on the VOIS. Okay, another stock that we gave out earlier at 18 range gave a low of 15. Okay, is AZFL still bullish? Okay, it's got a little bit of a bullish flag set up here as well. Okay, watch for that 35 to 45 re-entry and a stop close below 0.003, which is its 20-day moving average. Okay, potential, okay, could see this 0.01 level. Okay, 0.01 to 0.018 level. Okay, So there's significant buying on this stock, okay? So it's still in reversal mode. Okay, DSCR, another stock that continues to be bullish. Okay, watch this 18 level for support. That's the 50-day moving average. Okay, they're in the hemp and the marijuana sector as well now. Okay, these marijuana stocks are catching a bid. So watch the DSCR. This was a stock that gave an opportunity to enter in the mid 20 range. Now it's pulling back for that re-entry level. Okay. Okay, APHD. Okay, APHD is a stock right here. If we're looking at the weekly chart, you're seeing a little bit of a bullish accumulation here at the bottom. Okay, so you had a little bit of a divergence here. Okay, with this drop. Okay, this drop, and now you had a divergence, and now the stock is trying to break above this box pattern. Okay, any move, okay, any buying opportunity from 15 to 20 could be a nice setup for this 50 to 92 range. Okay, so you got about 50 to 100% opportunity here. Okay, if any reason we see a huge drop in the markets, can the SDS be more profitable than the SPY puts, or usually that doesn't make a difference? Well, the SDS is pretty much a double short on the SPY. Okay, there is a little bit more a risk on the SDS, but the reason for the SDS and why I like the SDS is because it's a lot cheaper than buying the SPY puts. Okay, the SDS, what you can do is you can go longer term and you can hold it longer and you can buy uh, a much cheaper entry rather than the SPY puts. That's why I like the SDS or the VIX, the VIX. Okay, so that's one of the things that I kind of actually like hedging on a down market. Okay, so it just depends on you as a trader and how much money and how much liquidity you have. Okay, honestly, I like buying the SDS calls. Okay, they've always done pretty good in a time of when we get nice corrections in the market. Okay, so what we're talking about, Mike, is the SDS. SDS works inverse to what the SPY is. Okay, the SDS is the short on the SPY. Okay, on the S&P. Okay, so if the S&P goes down, the SDS goes up. Okay, so SDS is a short on the SPY, as is the QID on the Qs. So let's say the Qs, the puts are a little bit more expensive. You can buy the QID. Okay, and I'm going to post that on the option setups. Okay, now the volatility index is which is called the VIX. If you see high fluctuations, okay, the VIX will go higher. Okay, and I'll explain a little bit more in depth on that at a later time. Okay, so that's pretty much all the stocks that I've had. Okay, on the list. I don't have any other stocks that I'm looking at. Pretty much those are some of the stocks. I still feel that the Nani is in good range. I still feel that this stock has the. I do feel that Nani is bottom here, show that has potential upside. So I have not forgotten about Nani. I still feel that Nani has upside potential. Okay, any buying here, 0008 to 10 is a good buy zone. This is a stock that can easily hit 28 with buy pressure. Okay, so that is the Nani trade. Okay, again, this is the type of stock that on a holiday you'll see the stock virtually go up 200 to 300%, and then the people that held will do good. Okay, the stock has never closed below 0008, which is a good sign. It's a good accumulation play, and at the same time, there's no dilution in the stock. Okay, that's the Nani trade. Okay, another stock that I like as well going long term. Okay, I still think that CEHC is a good quality trade. I believe that there's more upside to this stock. Okay, and right now, start buying above this 20 and 50-day moving average here. We're trading above the 20 and 50-day moving average. there's a considerable bid at the 14 range. I believe there was about 10 million on the bid at 14. Okay, so as you can see here, this is a great opportunity to buy the CEHC. Okay, and our pivot break is going to be that break above 23. I would not be surprised if this stock hits 0.01 at some point. Okay, you have the Bitcoin ATM launch at some point. Okay, so that's about it. That's pretty much. If I missed any other stocks, okay, they're in the emails. Okay, they have the buy zones, and pretty much those are the setups for this week. Okay, and I just want to kind of share with traders. You know, it's a little bit of frustrations when I see guys not doing well in the markets. Okay, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't tell you guys what to do. Okay, you guys are pretty much your own personal traders. Okay, not many people know, but locally, out of New York, we hold seminars, we do webinars here out of New York City, and for most of our traders that trade locally, that trade pretty much using the RSP system, they're doing well. Okay, and I will be submitting or posting a video on their progression. Okay, and I'm going to show you their charts from their E-Trade. Okay, with that said, is these guys are using the setups. Okay, not even if you're trading the stocks that I send out to you guys, but they're implementing the strategy. Okay, I'm getting a lot of feedback that some of you guys are not doing well, are getting a little frustrated. Okay, I'm noticing that sometimes I can see when there's emails being clicked, okay, videos being watched. Okay, right now we have 11 people joining us today on the webinar, which is good, but it can be better. Okay, you guys are putting out an all-out effort into getting better as traders. Okay, but at the same time, there should be no reason why people are having such difficulties. Okay, if the local traders here in New York City, okay, sometimes don't even go on these chat rooms. Okay, they have regular jobs and they're trading these stocks, okay, as if they were just doing the setups the day prior and then just checking their accounts later on, and they're doing well. Okay, so I encourage traders to use the setups, okay, to watch the videos, to download the app, comment on them, okay, and if you're not in this Twitter, okay, RSP Premium Twitter, okay, and you're not seeing these updates, I encourage you to follow us on RSP Premium Twitter, okay, because this isn't for gloating. This is just updates so you guys understand what the stock is doing. PEII, okay, this was a setup when I gave it to you guys, and it hit a high of 13. Okay, and these are stocks. I know, I'm sorry, it hit a high of 21. I'm sorry. PEII hit a high of 21 or 23. I'm sorry. So there should be no reason why traders are having or being frustrated using the setups. Okay, another thing that kind of drives me a little batty, okay, is okay, I don't know who that is, but weekly watch list. I got people posting, okay, that is okay. I'd be more interested, okay, for our Kurt Wigley or whoever he is. I'd be more interested if you were willing to discuss strategy rather than forcing your picks down everyone's throat. I don't do that. Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, when I scroll down, it creates a situation here. So I posted OTC weekly watch list options and small caps that's now posted. So I got one person. I don't know who this is. I'd be more interested if you would be willing to discuss strategy rather than forcing your picks down everyone's throat. I don't do that. That's pretty much the complete opposite of what I do. No, I mean, look, Mike says, screw him. No, I understand that, but I want you guys as traders, okay, as a network, to see this. Facebook, I don't even use it for personal reasons. I do this for you guys, okay? But when I see that there's not one like, not one share, you know, not one comment, okay, it kind of creates this thing in my head that people are not paying attention, okay? So I posted this. This is one of our local traders, which is Maharaj, and he's doing really good in trading. And he posted something. So I want traders to be a little bit more proactive. Okay, treat this as your team, as your group. Okay, you guys recently got T-shirts. Wear with pride. Okay, because let me tell you this. Okay, if I see that this is not going to be something that traders are not going to, feel that it's doing anything for them, it's not going to last. Okay, and there's no apologies necessary, but the whole thing is treat this as a team. Okay, just like you have the New York Yankees winning a championship. Okay, building a dynasty. What we want to do is we want to build a dynasty here. Okay, I'm not selling you guys snake oil. I'm not telling you guys to buy stuff that is already up 200 to 300%. Okay, you guys are getting the best type of information that I would have liked to have. Okay, when I was first becoming a trader. Okay, and it's up to you guys to utilize this information and to actually network and promote it as well. Okay, now we have the application. Okay, an application that was not cheap. Okay, uh, the memberships for you guys is going to stay the same. Okay, so it's not going up for you guys because you guys are loyal supporters. But now look, you click on the pick. Okay, come over here and place a comment. Okay, because when you place a comment, it's going to show people that it's a real thing. I'm not going to pay somebody to start liking my page. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pay somebody to start viewing my videos on YouTube. I'm not going to do that. But understand that here at Radio Silent Play, we have a team, okay, a team behind the scenes, and they do a lot of work to get this information to you guys. Okay, so it's very, very important for you guys to utilize the information. And I guarantee that if you utilize the information, you guys will do well. There should be nobody coming back to me or to Radio Silent Play or to anyone saying, you know what, Radio Silent Play, I've been losing a significant amount of money with you, and you guys' information is pretty much bogus. Because if you think about it, if that were the case, if we come over here to if we come over here to our OTC winners archives, then we wouldn't have these winners here. Okay, this would not be filled. If that was the case, we weren't doing what we're doing. This would not be filled. Again, I don't want us to go trading is there, but it's up to the trader to seize it. Okay, it's up to the trader to use the tools. Okay, to become a better trader using the education, using the tools, and using the setups. Okay, not necessarily trading the stocks that we post, but at the same time, okay, using the skills that we teach our members. Okay, so CAF says, I am live example, laugh out loud. I traded only RSP picks and I am up thousands. Okay, now again, CAF, I'm not saying to trade, okay, virtually all the RSP picks, because honestly, it would be very, very difficult to do so. But at the same time, okay, if there's a saying, if the glass isn't broken, don't fix it. Okay, and I think that our service provides a great opportunity for traders to do well. and it should be considered, let me first utilize this situation. Let me utilize the tools here, and let me see what I get. And even if you're not paying, okay, for these stocks, write it down, paper trade them. Okay, so I just want traders to understand that concept. And again, I really appreciate everybody coming out and supporting us, also watching the videos, sharing the videos, commenting the videos. Those that have, okay, I really appreciate it because it takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, and a lot of time to get this information out to you guys. And we will continue to um, survive and thrive, and also build, okay, a better a quality, a better system for you guys, and we will not, you know, we will only improve further on. Okay, so I just want traders to understand that, and just understand that we're coming, you know, with our sincerity, and we're thanking all our loyal members. Okay. With that said, if there's not any more questions, okay, I will be posting this. I know some guys can't see the on the Cubby link, okay, but the thing is, I don't want to post this on YouTube because those YouTube people, you guys are privileged. Okay, so Mike Jones wants to look at CNTR. Okay, at a buy zone. Okay, I still feel that the stock is posting higher lows. What we're looking for ZNTR to break is this 10 level. Okay, this is the major level that I want to see break. Okay, so if you come over here, okay, I want to see this break here. Okay, I want to see this break above this range here, the 9 and 10 level. This is the break that we want to see on this stock. Okay, if we do break this level, we'll get to this 12 range, which is the scene of the crime here. And every time we hit this level, okay, if you could see, it creates a pattern for us. Okay, so I do feel that this is a bullish consolidation here. Okay, the stock has yet to close below 8 in the last couple of trading days. So I do feel that this stock has potential upside. Okay, if you look at the RSI right now, okay, it's in a nice uptrend. Okay, and you take a look at the indicators here. Okay, it is bullish. So ZNTR is still in the buy zone. Okay, ZNTR is still at a hold. Okay, we have not stopped out of this trade. Okay, the stock has given opportunity to add as low as 0007 and now trading at 0009 for a nice move higher. Okay, my pivot break is this 10 level, then 12. And then if we get back to this 12 range and consolidate above it, I would not be surprised for us to hit that 26 to 38 range on ZNTR. Okay, so ZNTR is still at a buy zone, and it is a speculative merger play, and light shares on the ask. Okay, so if I will continue to keep posting on ZNTR. I will update the ZNTR trade. I will post it on the level 2 on the join me. Okay, so ZNTR is still in play. Okay, INVA. INVA is another great play. INVA it is the type of play that anybody who's adding, okay, at this range, okay, the stock usually does very, very well at the 0056 range. Okay, I don't know where you guys kind of added shares, but this buy zone here, anywhere from 5 to 7, is a good buy zone. What I'm looking at here is for this wedge here to break. If we break above this wedge pattern, okay, I would not be surprised for this stock to, okay, test this 12 mark and potentially test, okay, this range here at 20. Okay, so this bottom consolidation here at 0005 could be a 200% move. So INVA trades very light. If you look at the level 2 on INVA, okay, bids were building on Friday at 0005, and the stock closed at 6. Okay, watch this close above this 7-8 range. Okay, if we close above 7-8 range on 2 consecutive closes, then our next target will be 12 and our move to 20. Any news on INVA could push this stock a lot higher. Okay, so INVA is still at a buy zone. Okay, the stock has yet to close, okay, below that 0005 level. It's still a good buy, set and forget stock. Okay, INVA has done well for us in the past. Okay, if you come over here, um, okay, if you come over here on the INVA trade, if you look here, back in April 2013, INVA went from 16 to 85, 400%. Okay, and I think that it ended up hitting a lot higher than, I think it tested close to 90 or to 0.01, right? But that was a 400% move from 16. And if you look at now, okay, you can buy INVA at 0005 to 6. So I do like the levels there. Okay, so that's for that INVA trade. Okay, FBEC, another stock that, I still feel that has potential. Okay, if people do not know, FBEC is awaiting a name change. Okay, and I mentioned that the stock was at a bottom accumulation range. Okay, there are significant amount of shares, but with the name change, also the new website launch, I feel that this stock has potential. Um, it gave an opportunity and it triggered at the 0006 entry last week. Okay, so what we're looking for, same similar thing. Okay, we're looking for that wedge to break. Okay, that's the wedge there. Okay, a break above this 8 level, we could test that 15 range. Okay, and we have, after that 15 range, you have good amount of upside. Okay, up to this range here. Okay, remember, commodities will catch a bid. Okay, so you have a potential of 25 to 40, and you can buy it at the 52-week lows here. Okay, take a look at this down here. Indicators are showing, okay, a cross and increased volume. Ma, laugh out loud. Of topic, but with Scottish referendum going, what's your thoughts on the GPB? I am absolutely getting ripped off. $1 Canadian is worth 1.84. Okay, with the forex, okay, the Canadian dollar is getting beaten down. Okay, Canadian dollar works on what the commodities are doing. Okay, so right now you're gonna get a very very bad rate with the Canadian dollar. Okay, so if you notice, silver, gold is all down. Okay, Canada pretty much is a mining company. So the Canadian dollar, actually, I would start accumulating the Canadian dollar now or at lows. Once the UUP hits that 23, as mentioned, I would start buying for the forex the Canadian dollar to the U.S. dollar. All right, so I don't know how far off you're gonna need to make this exchange, Mike, but right now the Canadian dollar is extremely weak. Okay. All right, so well, good luck with the tuition and good luck with the college. I mean, you don't want to get me going with the college, but at the same time, college isn't for everybody. But at the same time, if you're really doing, you know, you're really working at it, and you really have the will to learn and utilize that college for a good thing, I think that anything's possible. But you just got to extremely be very very extremely careful with taking on loans and building on debt, because debt is pretty much your worst enemy. And I will be doing seminars and webinars on debt. We're actually going to be doing local seminars here. We will try to record them, but again, funding is an issue. So I mean, Germany right now, Europe, okay, we'll start seeing a little bit of an issue as well. So just be aware. Okay, Germany is probably the strongest economy out in Europe. Okay, so I just want people to understand how the forex works. Okay, there's a lot of manipulation in the foreign exchange markets, but at the same time, you are getting to the levels of the Canadian dollar to actually hit support. And I'm gonna post that up on uh, on the website soon. I mean, I haven't touched on any forex, but I will at a later time. Okay, so with that said, okay, thank you very much for joining us today. I will be posting this. Okay, ECAL. You want to look at ECAL. ECAL has been a great trade. ECAL is one of my favorite. Okay, ECAL has been an 18. If you would have traded just ECAL alone, okay, you would have made a nice amount of money. Okay? And you take out that buy zone again. Okay, take a look at the ECAL now. This is a good buy range here on the ECAL. Okay, you got that nice consolidation here. Okay, if you remember when it hit this level, it saw a high of that 0.006. Okay, you had a nice little close here at the high of the day with a low of 15. So you know that bottom is in. Okay, watch for this stock to close above 22. Okay, what I would do here is I would place my bids anywhere from 15 to 18 with my stop close below 15. Okay, this is a good indicator right here that the stock should move higher. Okay, you have a little bit of a bullish reversal tail here at 15. So my buy zones here would be 0.015 to about 18 with a stop close below 15. Okay, and my pivot price would be a close above 22. Okay, and then that 0.0034 next. So you have at least 100% opportunity here. Okay, so I like this level. Okay, it's pretty much flatlined. Okay, you don't have to worry about this. This is consolidating quite well here. And PGM, he's one of our better traders. So watch that ECAL. Okay, good opportunity on the ECAL. I think that this is a stock that traders should start looking to post their pre-market bids on the ECAU. Okay, we remember that the stock hit a high of 60. Could be a nice entry here. Okay, any other questions? Okay, BGM says agreed analysis. Thanks. No, thank you. You just brought a good play to our attention. Sometimes I do overlook plays, but ECAL is right at that buy zone, and this is exactly what the meaning of a probability trade is. You have low risk, high reward, and this is pretty much the type of trades that you guys are learning, and you guys this is pretty much the RSP system. Is it boring? Is it not as exciting as others? I guess. But you know what? I'm not in the business of excitement. I'm in the business of profiting. And I think that this is a good trade. Okay, so with that said, I will talk to you guys all later. I will be posting this and have a great trading. Questions or remarks, please. Again, let's start being a little bit more proactive on the boards. Okay, great seminar, Mod. As always, go RSP. We will grow, and we, as a team, will support until the end. Thank you. I appreciate it. Those very, very kind words. All right, guys. Have a good night, and again, have a great trading week. Okay. See you next time. Take care.